Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Jody just doesn't like me, so there's several Donald Trump sound bites.
I took 5 out.
So directly after the gag order.
I took 5 out.
Directly after the gag order, right? There he was on the steps of the courthouse, just jibby-dibby-dibby, jibby-dibby-dibby.
I can put him in baby Trump voice if you'd like.
Yeah.
I mean, someone did say, could there be a ball gag order? Could he physically get a ball gag?
I can't wait. I hope that's part of the sentence that he has to, one of these criminal trials.
Yeah.
I hope that's the ultimate upshot, that he's got to wear a ball gag from now on, so he shuts the hell up.
He's telling the same lies why he's charged criminally. He's like, what was yesterday? Mar-a-Lago, most expensive home in the world. We were like, really?
Buckingham Palace.
Would like a word.
Buckingham Palace, yeah.
Hall.
And about, I don't know, a couple dozen other properties in the world are valued greater than Mar-a-Lago would ever be valued. That
The
gaudy
Billboard
piece
state
of
in
crap.
North Carolina is.
No, it's beautiful. I've been there, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago
First
looks
castle.
like his penthouse in Trump Tower farted, and in Florida, and that's Mar-a-Lago. It's
And
just,
he wouldn't shut up about
that's
it.
right. I should say sharded.
He will not-
Sharded, yes.
Sharded. He will not shut up about
That's
that
more
Mar-a-Lago
appropriate.
cake. It's like every right.
It just looks awful.
And also, like every time he's ahead by more points, I'm ahead by 70 billion points. If from every beating Joe Biden by 70. I don't know. And Mar-a-Lago's worth 11 billion. It's just every day. It's I don't know, but I mean, here we are again, right? Where how do you contain him? What does the judge do? Because it clearly, to a lot of experts, he already broke the gag order. You know, I mean, it's
that's driving me a little crazy. I think that needs to be the default with Donald Trump. Once again, we're treating this guy as if he, emerged fully formed from another dimension, and he has no track record. He's got no paper trail. He's got no series of, God, I can't even tell the number of times I've made a tape of Donald Trump, and which is sitting in my sound effects file. Got to be obviously millions of sound bites of Donald Trump acting like this.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, we'll give him a shot, see how he does first before we apply these gag orders. And it always ends up happening after it's too late, after he's already threatened someone or threatened a number of people, tainted the jury pool, which he continues to do. So I think this needs to be across the board. I think every single court of law involved in all 4 of these cases needs to apply a pretty strict gag order. That's just me, Stephanie.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a federal judge.
what?
Because
You're not. Get out.
yeah, well, it's because I actually read the news, and I listen
But I
to
mean,
Donald Trump when he talks, and I know what he's all about. And so it'd be very easy for me to apply a gag order and have justification for it, because there's a list of evidence a mile long. Interesting thing is that Donald Trump thinks he's an expert at all of it, and that he would have solved it, on day one, or it never would have happened in the first place, even though he just cannot pronounce Hamas. He just can't do it.
No.
This is the other turn of the Republicans. Like, you want to be our latex
If it is
salesman.
indeed a hummus problem, it can be solved with a bag of
easily,
chips.
Yeah, with some pita.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Chris.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would really love to hear someone ask him at some point if he understands the difference between Sunni and Shia. I bet he doesn't.
No.
I bet he doesn't. I'm going way out on a limb with that, but I bet he doesn't.
And he has no beliefs except himself. I mean, of course, he hates Bibi Netanyahu because he won't deny that. Biden won the election, and he calls every terrorist and thug in the world smart and brilliant, and it's just okay. Let's talk about the hot mess that he's caused in our Republican Party here. I loved Simon Rosenberg tweeted, breaking the Republican Party again. And Sawyer Hackett said, wow, Hakeem Jeffries will get more votes than Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise in the race for Speaker of the House. I mean, what do you even say about this party? I don't know what's going to happen today. Do you?
Yeah, keep going. You're doing great. That's what I say. Thank you very much,
real good what
Republicans. This is just so much fun to watch them disintegrate. I mean, this is. I like the point of view, and I've seen this from many experts, that the Republican Party is, is doomed, essentially. It needs to go away. It needs to self-immolate at some point, and it feels like they're kind of doing that now. I mean, this is all going to work. And in fact, Kimberly's been saying this for a couple of days now. that this is obviously going to help the Democrats take back the House next year.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I was laughing at angry leprechaun Patrick McHenry, angry Keebler elf Patrick McHenry.
Give him an extra pecan, Sandy. He'll do whatever you say.
I keep Tiny Trump in a cigar box, a little teeny tiny version of Donald Trump in a cigar box back in that closet behind me. And Patrick McHenry's back there in the cigar box.
Oh, good.
Actual size.
They're having little teeny tiny hamburgers they're eating.
When you do this on your TV, that's his actual size. He's actually that big.
Yeah, but the hamburgers are even tinier. I don't know how Kimberly does it. She gets one of those big magnifying mirrors that, puts them all together.
I mean, it is
teeny tiny buns.
You retweeted Sarah Reese Jones, who said John Kasich says Democrats should be helping Republicans pick their speaker. Where are the Democrats? They say Democrats are enjoying watching the Republicans struggle. What price are we paying as a country because of that? And you said questions. Where were the Republicans when Democrats were impeaching an insurrectionist president? Why in the world should Democrats help Republicans elect a different insurrectionist to be second in line to the presidency? And did Kasich get kicked in the head by a mule? I think those are the
this is
questions.
Driving me crazy because you know that everyone who plays that both sider nonsense, it's always the Democrats' fault. This is great news for John McCain.
Right.
This is the meme from back in the day. And John Kasich is playing right into that, and everyone's it's just confirming everything that sort of the very serious cable news people are saying too, that somehow the Democrats need to clean up this mess. And yes, I understand the dynamic between the two parties right now, where the Republicans crap their pants, crap their cages, and the Democrats have to come along and scoop it all up. We have to constantly triage and clean up what the Republicans have done. Happens every time there's a new Democratic president.
Did you see?
They have to clean up the previous mess. And so, but that doesn't mean that we have to help them become more organized as a party.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean
Did you
we
see
need
Kevin
to
McCarthy
sort of
whining
separate them
on Fox News? He said, it's eight Republicans joined with all the Democrats and shutting down the House. And the Fox News guy's like, what? It's not the Democrat. You're the ones that wanted to shut down the House. And it's just to even get laughed at to your face on Fox News for trying to blame Democrats for the mess you're in. It really says something.
The Democrats are just watching and having a good time, enjoying this, and that's as it should be. If the Republicans are going to hang themselves, we're going to give them more rope. Here's more rope.
It's Kevin McCarthy who joked about hitting Nancy Pelosi in the head with the gavel. Like, really? Oh, they would have been very helpful if this Nancy Pelosi were in this position. Give me a break. You retweeted Empty Wheel, who said the outlet that had to pay $787 million settlement for the lies they told after the 2020 election is dictating who should be Speaker of the House. I mean, it's extraordinary, Bob, except it looks like it's backfiring. That and these threatening texts that are, threatening congressmen's wives if they don't, their husband doesn't vote for Jordan. It looks like even that has backfired.
Oh yeah. Well, of course they're going to go there because that's the Trumpism part of all of this.
The bully party.
They've got exactly. Nothing is off the table. They can go as far as they want to go, and as long as they're owning the libs, that's what's important. And in this case, they're owning themselves, which is especially entertaining.
It's
the
most entertaining bag of rats ever. John Hannity went on Fox News and called the Republicans snowflakes that were complaining about him trying to bully them into voting for Jordan. The wife of Don Bacon, Republican from Nebraska, received an anonymous text message and emails warning her husband to back Jim Jordan's campaign. Bacon, who was one of 20 Republicans who voted against Jordan for Speaker, also told the news outlet his wife have received multiple anonymous emails and texts pressuring him. They posted screenshots on Politico. I don't know if you saw it. Why is your husband causing chaos by not supporting Jim Jordan? I thought he was a team player. And his wife said, who's this? The senator said, your husband will not hold any political office ever again. What a disappointment and failure he is. And so apparently this had the opposite effect. He voted for McCarthy, John Bacon. Hannity upset several House Republicans after pressuring them. He lashed out at them as sensitive little snowflakes.
God.
Fight, big bag of rats, Bob. All equally awful. All just completely awful.
And they can't even get their guy. They don't even have enough votes. They can't even get their guy to win. They just talk a big game and they make a lot of threats. This is obviously a Republican Party that has nothing to do with merit anymore. It's just who can be the most indecent, who can be the most insane and ridiculous and attacking members of each other's families. That's how, yeah, that's the platform I want to become speaker on, is just, who can rank someone else's mom the best, which
Yeah.
is exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, hi. I'm here with sexy liberal John Fugelsang wearing my Los Angeles sexy liberal shirt. Oh my God. We have an LA show coming up October 21st. But how else could you see it, John?
How else could you see it? I'm so glad you asked. For a limited time, you can see the show live via pay-per-view if you go to sexyliberal.com. All the laughs, you'll miss nothing.
I can stream it from all around the world.
All around the world, in your car, while you're driving. Watch it at home.
Sexyliberal.com. Yeah.